What up guys, Daniels Games back here in GCDC Global, and today we're going to take a look at our two latest heroes, Rin and Dio. Starting off with Rin, Rin is going to be our Cleo 2.0, combining damage and nullify capabilities with her heal skills. Her first skill, Flash of Light, heals party members for 2 SP. Her second skill, Inner Fire, for 1 SP, targets an area for 5 seconds, dealing damage to enemies, removing their buffs, and healing teammates based on their buffs removed. Her ultimate, Unstoppable Power, creates a large tornado, dealing damage to enemies in an area while healing and putting a shield on allies. But now let's take a look at her very unique passive, Light and Darkness. Every time Rin uses a skill, she acquires 1 glyph. The 5th time she uses an ability, she becomes immune to all status effects, and if it's her first skill, she transforms into Light Rin, or if it's her second skill, she transforms into Dark Rin. In Light form, critical basic attacks heal teammates. Her first ability heals for more, and her second ability has an additional heal. In Dark form, critical basic attacks reduce team cooldown. Her first skill creates an explosion around each party member that nullifies enemy buffs and heals based on buffs removed, and her second skill creates a larger AoE that lasts for longer. Using Rin will be tricky at first because it's hard to keep track of which glyph she is on. I mean, I know she has a counter above her character, but in a PvP match amidst all of this mess right here, I have no idea what glyph she is on. If they put it above her skills or health bar instead, that makes a lot more sense to me. If COG watches my videos, please move her glyph counter somewhere we can actually see it. Alright, moving on to her builds, we have 2 main options for her. Option A will be to go blue set for equipment, 5 cooldown reduction and 5 crit chance or skill damage for traits, and 2 cooldown reduction and 1 crit chance for accessories. This is a pretty standard build for PvP offense and defense healers, focusing on cooldown reduction for ability spam while also making the healer tankier. However, option B will play off of her crit procs, orange set for equipment, 5 crit chance and 5 cooldown reduction for traits, and 2 crit chance and 1 cooldown reduction for accessories. In Dark mode, she decreases skill cooldown of the team off of crit procs, and she'll be doing stronger heals and damage, so you'll have to decide which build fits your playstyle more. There are a few PvE missions where you will find Rin's Nullify ability useful, however her home will be predominantly in PvP. Especially with the large number of shielders and buffers in defense teams, Rin is a big upset to the PvP meta and makes buffers like Jhin completely obsolete. Next up, let's take a look at Dio. Dio is going to be a crowd control unit with similar abilities to Kyle and Brio. His first skill, Onrush, gathers units in a line and explodes for physical damage. The enemy with the highest HP has their buffs removed and is silenced for 5 seconds. And all enemies hit have a debuff where Dio's basic attack has a 20% chance to silence and remove their buffs. His second skill, Death Sign, deals damage in an AoE and stuns enemies for 3 seconds. His ultimate, Innocent Fear, deals damage in a large AoE and stuns enemies for 8 seconds. Also, party members receive a buff in magic damage. Lastly, his passive debuffs nearby enemies to take increased magic damage, and every 7 basic attacks he performs an AoE attack that removes buffs off of the highest HP enemy and silences them for 5 seconds. His build will be the standard cooldown reduction maximizing build. Blue set for equipment, 5 cooldown reduction and 5 attack speed for traits, and 2 cooldown reduction and 1 attack speed accessories. When red set becomes a thing, some people like to mix and match blue and red for more cooldown reduction and forego the 4 set bonus. Using Dio is fairly straightforward. Use him to crowd control with enemy gathering, silence, and stun effects while boosting the damage dealt by your magic users. His main home will be in PvP simply for his constant crowd control. However, his counters will be Ronin in line with their 3-second continuous cleanse abilities. He's definitely a viable option for story mode, raids, and dimensional boss, and he will most likely find your way into your third party for world boss. And that about does it for this video. Hopefully you guys found that information useful. If you dig it, leave a like and subscribe for more content. I'm hoping that I will get back on course to having a regular schedule. This week I got kind of pushed back with this new camera that I have set up. And honestly, I kind of gave up on the settings for now. I can't tell, am I really that yellow? Or have I just not figured out the camera settings yet? I don't know. We'll play with that board and hopefully that'll be ready before the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you all next time. Peace.